Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Imamat, according to Shias, means vicegerency of Allah. According to the definition given by the ulama, the imamat or vicegerency of Allah is one of the fundamentals of Islam. We believe that the imamat is the vicegerency of Allah for all of the creation and the Khalifatul Rasul, namely successors of the Prophet, for this world and the hereafter. Therefore, it is obligatory for all mankind to follow its tenets in all matters, temporal as well as spiritual. Shaykh, it would be better if you did not declare categorically that the imamat is included in the fundamentals of the faith, since the great ulama of Islam deny its inclusion. It is included in the articles of the practice of the faith. Your ulama have made it a part of the fundamentals. Sultan Wazin, my statement is not confined to the imamat of the Shias. Even your great ulama have the same belief. One of them is your famous commentator, Qazi Baydawi, who says in his Minhajul Usul, in connection with the discussion on narrations of hadith, the imamat is one of the fundamental principles of the faith, whose denial and opposition leads to infidelity and innovation. Mullah Ali Kawachi says in Sharh al-Tajreed, the imamat is the general vicegerent of Allah for both the affairs of this world and religion, like the caliphate of the Prophet. And Qazi Ruzbahan, one of the most fanatical of your ulama, points to the same meaning. He says, the imamat, according to the followers of Abu Hassan Ash'ari, is the vicegerency of the Prophet of Islam for establishing the faith and safeguarding the interests of the Muslim community. All the followers are bound in duty to comply with its dictates. Had the imamat not been a part of the articles of the practice of the faith, the Prophet would not have said that whosoever dies not knowing the imam of his age dies the death of ignorance. This has also been quoted by your distinguished ulama like Hamidi in Al-Jami'u Bayna Sahihain and Mullah As'ad Taftazani in Sharh al-Aqidain al-Nasfiyya. Not knowing a single article of the practice of the faith would not be equivalent to ignorance stated by Baydawi about not knowing the fundamentals, namely that ignorance of them is the cause of infidelity. Therefore, the imamat is one of the fundamentals of the faith and is the completing stage of prophethood. Hence, there is a vast difference between the concept of our imamat and those interpreted by you. You call your ulama imams, such as Imam Azam and Imam Malik, but this is in the verbal sense. We also use the terms Imamul Jumat, so there may be hundreds of imams at one time. But in the technical sense in which we use the word imam, it means vicegerency of Allah. In this sense, there is only one imam at one time. The noble qualities of knowledge, magnanimity, valor, devotion to Allah, and piety have been perfected in him. He surpasses humanity in all merits and occupies a state of infallibility. The world shall not be without such an imam until the day of judgment. An imam of such excellence is at the highest stage of spiritual attainment. Such an imam is divinely commissioned and is appointed by the Holy Prophet. He surpasses all creation, including the prophets of the past. Hafiz, on the one hand, you condemn the galleys, and on the other hand, you yourself unduly praise the imams and consider their position higher than that of the prophets. Common sense denies this, and the Holy Quran has also declared that the prophets are placed at the highest rank. Their position lies between divine self-existence and the possible. Hence, your assertion is not supported by reason. It cannot be accepted. The rank of imamat is higher than that of the general prophethood. Sultan Wazin, You have not yet asked on what grounds I have made this statement, and therefore you say it is without reason. The best proof for my statement is the Holy Quran, which, narrating the life of the Prophet Abraham, says that after giving him 3 tests of life, wealth, and sons, Allah intended to make his rank more exalted. Since prophethood and the title of Khalil, namely friend, did not apparently warrant a higher rank, the office of Imamate was the only office of a higher order to which even a prophet of Allah would be entrusted. The Holy Quran says, "And when his Lord tried Abraham with certain words, he fulfilled them. He said, 'Surely I will make you an Imam of men.' Abraham said, 'And of my offspring. My covenant does not include the unjust.' He said." Quran chapter 2, verse 124. This verse, which indicates the position of the imamate, also proves that the rank of the imamate is superior to that of prophethood, since the position of the Prophet Abraham was raised from prophethood to imamate. Hafiz, this means, according to your reasoning, that Ali's position was superior to that of the last prophet. This is what the Galleys believed, as you have yourself admitted. General and special prophethood. Sultan Wazin, I do not mean what you have concluded. As you know, there is a great difference between general prophethood and special prophethood. The rank of the imamate is higher than the rank of general prophethood, but lower than special prophethood. The vast prophet or the last prophet is the highest stage of special prophethood. Nawab, excuse me, weren't all the prophets sent by Allah? They are undoubtedly of the same rank. The Holy Quran says, "We do not differentiate between any of the prophets." Quran chapter 2, verse 285. Then, why have you differentiated between them and divided prophethood into 2 categories, general and special? Sultan Wazin, of course, this verse is true in its proper context, that is, so far as achieving the main of prophethood is concerned, which means teaching the people about the existence of Allah, the Day of Judgment, and the training of their minds. All the prophets from Adam to the last of the prophets are equal, but they differ in their qualities, achievements, and rank. Differences in the rank of the prophets. Is a prophet who sent to guide 1,000 people equal to one who sent to guide 30,000 people, or to one sent to guide all of humanity? Let's take an example. Is the teacher of first grade students equal to a teacher of fourth grade students? Are the teachers of higher classes equal to professors or university teachers? All belong to the same administration and work under the same general program, their aim being to educate students. Yet, in view of teachers' knowledge, they are not equal. Each is different from the other according to his learning, ability, and achievement. From the point of view of the aim of prophethood, all the prophets of Allah are equal. However, because of differences in rank and knowledge, they are different. The Holy Quran says, "We have made some of these apostles to excel the others. Among them are they to whom Allah spoke, and some of them He exalted by many degrees of rank." Holy Quran, chapter 2, verse 253. Your own Jarullah Zamakhshari says in his Tafsir al-Kashaf that the above verse means that our Prophet was superior in rank to all others because of his special merits, the most important of which was that he was the last of the prophets. Nawab, I am glad you solved this problem, but I have another question, though it's somewhat irrelevant. Please tell us briefly the main characteristics of special prophethood. Sultan al-Wazin, There are many qualities peculiar to special prophethood, and there are innumerable reasons proving how one prophet of all of them is a special prophet of Allah. In fact, the stage concludes the cycle of prophethood. But these sessions are not arranged to prove the prophethood of Allah for Muslims. If we were to discuss this topic fully, we would drift from the topic of the imamate. I will, however, briefly discuss the point later on.